Hey, so I saw The Exorcist Believer on Tuesday night, this past Tuesday, and I wanted to put this out at least by today. This is either Thursday or Friday. Either way, I'm hoping it's before you go to the movie theater to see this movie. I'm hoping. Now, again, do what you want to do. Spend your money the way you want to spend it. Watch this movie if you want to watch this movie. Like that's just what it is. I don't think you should pay theater prices to see it. I saw it for free at an advanced screening on Tuesday. That's probably the best way to see this movie, or the eventual pitch meeting that'll be coming from it in the honest trailer, I'm sure. This movie had no reason to exist. This movie doesn't need to be made. This movie should not have been an Exorcist sequel. I'll say it that way. I was talking to my wife about it earlier, and I think the part that I hate about it, not that I hate the movie, I think it was adequate, like I said in my short earlier, if you can check it out here if you want, but I said the movie was adequate. It's not good, it's not terrible, it's not a train wreck. Could have been so much worse. But it's not deserving of the Exorcist title, for one. That 1973 movie is just a cut above. Everything that's come out since then is really trying to imitate that. The Conjuring, The Nun, all that kind of, like, a lot of these movies that have been coming out recently, especially possession type movies, even Talk to Me. Like, a lot of that stuff, it was inspired by The Exorcist. It's just what it is. And you see a lot of that in this movie. But in this movie, because it's coming out so much, later, 50 plus years from the original movie, well, 50 years, actually, like on the dot, it feels like we've already seen a lot of this stuff before, because we have in a lot of these newer horror films from James Wan and Blumhouse. They've already done a lot of this stuff that was already done before in the past. They've done it better in some scenarios, like The Conjuring. So this feels like a rehash in a lot of cases, and I wish it didn't have the Exorcist name. Main problem I have with this movie is that David Gordon Green, who again directed the most recent three Halloween films, Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, he tries to do the same thing that he did in those movies as far as the formula of bringing Laurie Strode back, doing an actual sequel to the first original film. He tries to do the same thing here, and it's not a good copy paste. Because Ellen Bergenstein comes back again, obviously, as Chris MacNeil, and Reagan McNeil's mother, and it feels wasted. It feels wasted, and it feels unnecessary because she shows up, gives all these little exposition type speeches, and it doesn't feel real. You don't connect to her at all in this movie. One of the main gripes I had with this one is that the dialogue is really terrible. The script is pretty bad. Like, the people talk in a way that you just don't talk to people. It feels very scripted. Now, the Halloween movies had that same issue overall, but the action helped with that one. Where with this one, this is really bad writing, really bad delivery of lines, maybe except for Leslie Odom Jr. But everything else about this was just everything felt like filler. And it's all leading up to this climax of the exorcism, and that's a letdown. At one point, I kind of dozed off for like a hot minute, like 45 seconds. I just kind of dozed off, and I was like, oh, wait, that's right. This should be the good part. It was not. A couple little twists and turns, but none of them that are like memorable, really. Nothing compared to the 1973 film. And that's the part that I struggle with here. That film I saw the original one on VHS. And then when it was re-released, I believe in 2000, the year 2000, my mom took us. We were kind of young. And that scared the pants off me again because of all like the additional things they added in the re-release that was not in the original. I loved it. That movie is still really great. And again, this movie, it doesn't get anywhere close to the original. That's the part that is so frustrating. The movie ended, the title card came up, and it was silent in the theater. Some people were kind of like, like you could hear some mumblings, but it was nothing. No clapping. Nobody was like, yeah, like, no. And this is the first movie in a planned trilogy. They're doing The Exorcist Deceiver in 2025. I don't know what the third one's called yet, but I think David Gordon Green's directing all these. And that, in my mind, is a mistake. Because, one, why does this have to be a trilogy? For one. Two, why is he directing them? He did pretty well with Halloween up until Halloween Ends. I just don't care for that one. Some people enjoy it. It's a cult classic maybe for some, but I don't think it's good. It was really, they missed the bar. They missed the bar on that one for sure. But this one I just hope is the Halloween Ends of this new trilogy for The Exorcist. Like, get the bad one out of the way first, and then the next two will be fantastic. I mean, it has to be the case, right? That's what I'm really hoping that's what it is, because I was really excited for this one. I was going to watch on my birthday. My birthday is October 12th. I was going to check it out then, but I got the early screening pass, and I was like, oh, let me just go check it out now. Now I'm glad I watched it early, because I would have been really upset on my birthday if I had if I had watched this then. So yeah, short one. Again, I don't really have a whole lot of good things to say about this one. Again, really, Leslie Odom Jr., he's good. The little girls that play Katherine and what's the other one's name? I'm trying to remember now. Katherine and Angela, they're good. The little part in the beginning with the mother before she dies. Again, this is all in the synopsis, so I'm not giving anything away. It's it's cool. And then there's one little surprise towards the end, but you see it coming because again, the exposition in this one is just so on the nose. You know exactly what's going to happen, and so that part I just didn't care for. So this movie, I think you should skip. Wait for it to be on probably what Universal. So it'll be on Peacock, and like before you know it, they're gonna put this on Peacock pretty quick because I don't think it's gonna do very well. I don't know what the box office was as far as like not box office, but like how much it cost to make this movie. I could look that up. Oh wow, $30 million. This is on a $30 million production budget, so they'll probably make their money back. Again, it's cheap. It's cheap to make horror movies, and so like that's Blumhouse does that pretty well. So this may be fine. They may be in a good spot. I think they maybe have like put all this money together to do all three, like 30 million here, 30 million, like, just put all together, 90 million, $100 million and make 3 movies. If they did it that way, that's actually kind of pretty cool, but that's cheap. So they'll for sure maybe make their money back because people are going to go check it out. The line for my advanced screening was the longest I've seen in a long time. So that was cool. It's just not a good movie. So see it at your own risk. If you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's talk about it. But again, I don't think you should waste your money. Go check out something else. Shoot, Paw Patrol has been number one, the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And that's with Saw X out at the same time. So it's just, horror isn't doing all that well this year so far, at least in this time frame right now. But this isn't going to help it at all. So those are my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos I got here for you guys if you want to see more. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.